And in the Impact segment tonight, many on the left in America believe that people who sell heroin, meth, cocaine, hard drugs are nonviolent offenders. So the guy that sold heroin to Corey Monteith, the actor, that killed by an overdose a few weeks ago, well, the guy who sold it to him, just like a burglar, right? No difference at all. Kind of just a guy who took something. Both are nonviolent. Today, speaking in San Francisco, Attorney General Holder said that the federal government will seek lesser punishment for retail drug dealers.
This is why I have today mandated a modification of the Justice Department's charging policy so that certain low-level, nonviolent drug offenders who have no ties to large-scale organizations, gangs, or cartels will no longer be charged with offenses that impose draconian mandatory minimum sentences.
And joining us now from Washington to react, Juan Williams. So, what do you think about the nonviolent label on people who sell heroin, for example? Nonviolent.
Well, I don't think it's violence, but it has tremendously violent consequences because it kills people, as in the Moncrief case that you just suggested.
Then why is it a nonviolent act if it has violent consequences?
Well, it means that the person wasn't on the street with a gun threatening you or me.
No, he was on the street with poison.
That's where we agree.
That's not violent. That's not violence to sell poison.
Not per se, not literally.
Not literally?
But I think it has such pernicious impact on us all that you can construe it as violence. But that's somewhat of a
no,
saying.
It's not. It's always been. Look, the sale and delivery of hard drugs have always in this country since the 30s. All right, be considered a Class A felony because it's a violent crime. Because the person who sold Corey Monteith the heroin that killed him committed a violent act by putting the poison in Monteith's hand, and then he put it in his arm, and now he's dead. All right, that's a simple calculation. Heroin deaths, as you know, are going up all over the United States. All right, rehab centers are up to here, emergency rooms with OxyContin, all of that. And you're telling me these thugs on the street deserve our pity? They deserve slack? You're telling me that?
No, not that they deserve slack or pity. These people are criminals, and I don't understand, going back to your earlier conversation, why the civil rights leaders don't have marches against these criminal drug dealers.
Because that's not good for business either. It diverts their attention away from people being bigoted.
Are crazy. Those people are wrong-headed. They are damaging our society. And this is the thing, by the way.
Why is the Attorney General going there and trying to give us this line of BS that these people shouldn't be punished to the full extent of the law? Look, there are slightly more than 200,000 federal criminals right now incarcerated. 100,000, a little bit more, are drug-related. They're not pot smokers. They're not pill poppers. They're the people selling the hard stuff.
50%, Bill, 50% of the people in our federal prisons, 60% in the state prisons. That's crazy that these people are there on drug offenses.
No,
and many of them,
they're selling the hard stuff.
Well, here's the thing. If they are a major cartel, a distributor.
It doesn't matter. You get the cartel guys, too. You don't let guys go around selling your kid heroin and meth.
Absolutely. But I think
you don't
the
cut
thing
them
is,
slack.
Well, what if the kid has a drug problem? Why
then you get the kid into rehab or lock him in the basement or do what you have to do. That's what parents do.
Well,
but to allow this, look, it's all about drug legalization. That's what this is all about. They want to diminish the act of drug selling. Drug pushers used to be the worst, the lowest scum. Now they're glorified on television, all right? Al Pacino's playing one or Johnny Depp's playing one. Okay? And although they're not all bad, these are scum. They're selling poison.
They are destroying communities. They're destroying human beings. They're destroying talented people. In the earlier conversation you were having with Bill and with Jim Carville, one of the things that gets lost is the people who are most afraid of the 13-year-old on the street and those boys on the bus are other black people.
All right.
And
well, you and I agree to a certain extent that we have to get back. But on this one, Holder just is wrong. Crime is coming down because of these quote-unquote draconian penalties. Because you're taking the hardcore off the street. and now he wants to put them back on.
Look, it's not. Listen, this is the thing about this conversation. It's not. I'm not saying you're wrong. It's just that the harsh sentencing, the mandatory sentencing, is just one factor, Bill. You've also got to say that after 9/11 and the stimulus spending, the cops have more money for everything, for cameras, for surveillance, the computers, the cell phones. There are more cops on the street.
Holder does not have a clue about what a violent crime is if he thinks that selling hard drugs is nonviolent. If he thinks that, he should resign tomorrow. He should resign tomorrow for a number of reasons.
You're right. You're right about that. I would agree with you on that.